I was out on my Saturday morning run, and during this time, I'm able to reflect on top of trying to focus on my breathing and making sure I don't pass out from heat exhaustion. And a thought that occurred to me that stuck out in my brain was, my birthday's coming up, like tomorrow. I'm in my 30s. What have I learned? And so now I'm here, making this. This self-reflection is a draft of 32 lessons learned over 32 years of life. Is drafted merely for the purposes of self-reflection in the hope that the lessons I have learned are able to be applied to someone else who may need to know what it is that I've learned, so that they can live their life positively amplified and impacted beyond what they were capable of achieving alone. So let's start. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. Seeking a therapist doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong. You are stronger than you realize. The trajectory of your life is not predicated on the pace at which another lives theirs. The things that matter most in this life are the things you cannot get back: time and the people closest to you. You can choose your choices, but you can't choose your consequences. Saying better than I deserve doesn't mean I'm worse off, but I am better because things could be worse. You are not responsible for the way people react to how you choose to live your life. Your admission into heaven is not based on good morals. Read that again. Stop looking to your resource as your source. Something provided that. There's a difference between joy and happiness. The only safe bet is the one you place on yourself. You are worth the risk. Before every moment, there's a moment. In the times where you believe you are alone, you truly aren't. You may not be able to see it now, but there is a purpose that you serve. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Large changes do not determine large outcomes. Pace, consistency, and discipline in the small do. If you can manage the small, you can handle the large. The difference between where you are and the position you want to be in is simply a raised platform. You will still be the same person unless you change for the better, no matter the level. Morning routines are a game changer. Make one for yourself, find it, and stick with it. God does honor sacrifice, but obedience is better than sacrifice. Sacrifice wouldn't be a thing if obedience was followed. There's a difference between figuring out for yourself and figuring out by yourself. Have an understanding with what applies to you, but don't try to understand everything. Embrace your inner creative nature. We were all uniquely designed and created. Explore you. You really don't have to have it all figured out by your 20s. Don't listen to the noise. There's nothing there. People's presence in your life are seasonal. Some longer than others, but no one is there from start to finish. You are not too old or too experienced to learn something new. You are a life learner. There is no shame. Balance is necessary between work and leisure for true peace. Love should be unconditional. Everyone deserves it, and it looks different for everyone. We were built for a relationship. Everyone deserves someone. It's not about where or what or how. Just start. Perspective is the key to understanding and learning. You can't help anyone if you can't help yourself. And lastly, all you have is all you need. There are plenty more lessons that have been learned, but by far, These are the lessons that I recognize the most when it comes to how I navigate my days. The only hope is that in me sharing my self-reflections that someone is able to find these encouraging and applicable and aren't afraid to embrace themselves and be who they've been called to be. To those of you that are listening, to those of you who need hope, to those of you who feel exhausted and are unsure as to how to progress, how to persevere, how to see beyond the challenge that is right in front of you, I stand with you. I acknowledge you. I see you. You are not alone. When everything else is moving too fast for you, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and release it. You are stronger than you realize. Remember that.